Our guest tonight, Simon Tusha, is the founder of a company called TECfusions, a data center builder. Simon literally helped build Google in the early days of that company. He has built 1 million square feet of data centers in 52 countries across the world. And Simon, it's good to have you here. I want to start with, you build these things all over the world. I guess the question that we have is, for Americans, why do we need to build them here? Why is that so important to have them in the United States?
Well, I mean, data centers run our entire infrastructure. Yep. When you go to the bank, when you go to the grocery store, everything runs off a data center. So if you don't have that in the United States, they could just shut us off. They could stop medical treatments. They could stop your car running. That all goes to a data center.
Right. So if in the future, as we become more and more reliant on AI and on tech in general, which we are, if you don't have the power for all of it here in the United States, it makes it easier in a war situation to just shut down the country. You could just paralyze us very easily without these.
I mean, you could already paralyze us. Like, we're already there. Like this isn't in the future. This is now. I mean, the president's been very clear on this, but it's already here.
It's already here. So let's talk about the frustrations. We've seen media reports of growing frustration with these facilities. New York Times says there's opposition that's increasingly bipartisan. There's complaints of noise, energy grid strain, pollution, water usage. You know, are most of these unfounded? Because this is kind of stirring up into an opposition that I don't think is good for the country. If we need these, we need to kind of fight that off.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
They look at the old technology. So I built data centers 30 years ago, and some of them are still online, and they're not energy efficient. They're not environmentally friendly. But what we're building now, is we're not using water. So the left is taking really old technology. So if you look at what we did, 30, 40 years ago, maybe we could do better. But we're doing better today. So it's really a disconnect on how we look at things.
So the new data centers don't have a noise issue. They don't have, I mean, the pollution issue is not there. A lot of the complaints that they have with modern data centers don't really exist.
That's correct.
Yeah, and you guys are building one in Pennsylvania that is like a fully self-serving entity, right? It's not on a power grid. It actually sits on fracking pads and it has its own energy?
That's correct. So we don't connect to the grid at all. And actually, more importantly, we can actually export power to the community.
So you have too much power in some cases, so you're sending power back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it gets rid of that. So I mean, that seems like it's, I mean, if you can build those all over the country, I mean, what does that do for us in this race, this AI race? Because this is obviously a very important race that we're in with China. Talk about the importance of that.
So the AI race is one thing, but just being able to run our hospitals, our first responders, being able to stream, doing everything, being able to bank, that's where we are right now. The AI thing just makes it that much more important.
Yeah.
And being able to have power at each one of these communities. So if a tornado hits, a hurricane, a blizzard, whatever, the power goes out.
Yeah.
Working with data centers and power systems, we could actually help support the communities that we're in. We don't hurt them, we actually support them.
You support them. And you obviously, what you need more than anything is to be able to speed this process through. And one thing this administration loves to do is to help people do that, to help make progress quickly, not burden them with regulation. What do you want from the administration in order to get these things built faster?
Well, from a tech fusion standpoint, we're a technology environment community.
Yeah.
What we need is we just need we have an infrastructure problem, and the infrastructure is manufacturing. We need to bring manufacturing, because right now, like all my breakers and stuff are made in China.
Yeah.
So, the tariff issue is a thing for us, but more importantly, we need to get jobs back here in America making this infrastructure. I need to get these people working again. I need to get my workforce educated.
Yeah.
We're finding sites around the country, and the best thing for us is old industrial sites. I don't want to tear up a family farm.
Right.
I don't want to deforest the area. I want to take the old car factories, the old smelters, the old steel mills, and make those into facilities that can support the AI need today.
And your message to those that are complaining about this and trying to hold back the progress, people like Bernie Sanders, AOC, their supporters that are trying to hold us back from where this is going?
That's just a political move, and it hurts us. It hurts us so desperately. And I don't understand it, because they're sending on a message based upon a data center. The only way they can communicate with the world is using the data center infrastructure in this country.
Right.
So they're really kind of cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the funny thing, is everybody has this phone in their hand all the time, but nobody wants to protect the way that we can use it. Because as you said, with AI coming on, you're just adding so much more stress on this system that's already running out of space.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Simon Tusha, TECfusions. Good to see you. Thanks so much.
It's good seeing you.
Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks.